Johnston on chapter 14 on IP version 6. So what they want us to do is go to our router C here, and in here under configure terminal we're going to do IP version 6, and we're going to do unicast routing, and then we're going to go into interface. Well, there's this F, but ours is going to be G because we're using gigabit on this router. So interface G0/0, and we're going to do IP version 6, address 2001 colon DB8 colon 3C4D colon 1 colon 1/64. And then we're going to go into G0/1, and here we're going to be basically doing the same thing, but it's going to be a 2 right here, 2 colon 1/64. Alright, and then we're going to do a do show IP version 6 route connected. You'll notice that we need to do a no shut. And I'm also going to do a no shut in here. Now let's try it again. And I was wondering why that command wouldn't work, but it's because they don't have this command on Packet Tracer. So show IP version 6 route connected, it's not in here. But we can do show IP version 6 interface brief. And here we go. So we show up and up, and that we're connected to each one of our interfaces, and there's the 2.1, and here's the 1.1. Alright, so now we gotta go to our other routers and get connected. So let's go ahead under configure terminal here. Let's do IP version 6 unicast routing, and then interface G0/0, and we're going to do IP version 6 address autoconfig, and we're going to do no shut. There we go. And then we're going to be doing that for our other routers too here. So IP version 6 unicast routing, interface G0/0, IP version 6 address autoconfig, and no shut. And then I'm going to go over here to router D, same thing. And then we're going to do interface G0/0, IP version 6 address autoconfig, and no shut. I'm going to go to my router E here, do the same thing. Unicast routing, interface G0/0, and then we're going to do IP version 6 address autoconfig, and no shut. There we go. And then on our router A, they want us to do end, and then we're going to do show IP version 6 interface brief. Alright, so it shows our gigabit is up and up. And then we're going to go ahead and do our show IP interface brief on some of these other ones too. It shows up and up right there. And actually I want to do IP version 6 interface brief. There we go. Make sure it says IP version 6. There we are. There we go. Up and up. And everything's green in here. Then let's go on to our next lab. So hands-on lab 14.2 static and default routing. And on this lab, we're going to make some default routes and try to go between our subnets here. So on router A, we're going to do configure terminal, and we're going to do IP version 6 route 2001 colon DB8 colon 3C4D colon 2 colon /64. And this is going to be a gigabit 0/0. And then on router B, we're going to do configure terminal. Then we're going to do IP version 6 route colon /0. And it's going to be a gigabit 0/0 interface there. And let's go to D. And let's go to configure terminal and do IP version 6 route 2001 colon DB8 colon 3C4D colon 1 colon /64 G0/0. And then we're also going to go on our router E here and do configure terminal and IP version 6 route 2001 colon DB8 colon 3C4D colon 1 colon /64 G0/0. Alright, so let's go to A here. And they want us to show IP version 6 interface brief. Alright, so basically they want us to do the IP version 6 interface brief because we need to get our address right here. And let's see here. Well, what I was doing is it's not wanting to show me my actual address from IP version 6. And I think it has something to do with the switch. I try to higher end switch, but for some reason it's not working. So I'm just going to go ahead and go on to the next activity for right now and figure this part out later. Anyways, I'm going to go into our routers here, and we're going to go to configure terminal, and here we're going to do no IP version 6 route 2001 colon DB8 colon 3C4D colon 2 :/64, and it's going to go into G0/0. And then we're going to have to go and do router B here, configure terminal, and then no IP version 6 route :/0 G0/0. And then also in D, enable configure terminal, no IP version 6 route 2001 DB8 3 C4D 1 :/64 G0/0. We need to go into our router E, enable configure terminal, and no IP version 6 route 2001 DB8 3 C4D 1 :/64 G0/0. There we go. Now they want us to go back to router A and type in IP version 6 router OSPF1. And then what they want us to do is put a router ID of 1.1.1.1 and the interface G0/0. Put IP version 6 OSPF1 area 0, and then go into our router B and do IP version 6 router OSPF1. You're going to put router ID 2.2.2.2, interface G0/0, IP version 6 OSPF1 area 0, and we're going to go to D. Actually, this one it wants to go to C next. C, enable configure terminal, and IP version 6 router OSPF1, and then router ID of 3.3.3.3, and the interface F0/0. Oh, actually it's going to be G0/0. And this could be IP version 6 OSPF1 area 0, interface G0/1, and this one's going to be IP version 6 OSPF1 area 0. And now we're going to go back to our next router here. And then we're going to do IP version 6 router OSPF1 and router ID 4.4.4.4. Interface G0/0, IP version 6, OSPF1, area 0, kind of redundant. Alright, then we're going to go to E, IP version 6, IP version 6, router OSPF1, and router ID 5.5.5.5. And we're going to do interface G0/0, and IP version 6, OSPF1, area 0. There we go. Now on router A, they want us to do show IP version 6 route. Here we go. And then they're going to do route OSPF. Talking about a different OSPF route. That's what that O is. And then show IP version 6 interface G0/0. There we go. Now, they also want us to do show IP version 6 neighbor. And here we go. And then they want us to do show IP version 6 interface brief. And for some reason it's not showing me the address. I'm not sure why. And they want us to do this for each one of them. Show IP version 6 interface brief. Yeah, see, it's not showing any addresses for some reason. But maybe it's just packet tracer. There we go. Yeah, each one of these should have something, but yeah, it's not showing anything to ping with there. And I would ping them, but there's no address underneath this one to ping with. And that's pretty much the activity. So yeah, there's something funky with my network. I'm not sure if it was this. I enabled trunking on those just to let everything go through. And I also, on these ones, I can enable unicast routing. So that's what I did there, just so it would be able to let things get through them. But yeah, for some reason, it's not showing me what I need to do the last step for pinging. And that's everything.